begin.
Good morning, welcome back to the channel. First thing that I do pretty much every Saturday morning is go to the gym, and I normally do a double session, which means weight training for about an hour, and then I normally get on the bike and do some HIIT training. It's fine, nobody will notice.
I want you.
You're stuck inside my head. Oh, I can't stop thinking about all the words you.
I'm gonna have eggs, asparagus with grated cheese, some almonds.
You go, should be easy, but it's not. Only problem is I love you. What to do? You got me by the world spin round. I love you. What to do? Only problem is
For my breakfast, I have 2 scrambled eggs with cheese, 10 almonds, avocado and asparagus, and I'm gonna add this glaze. Supplements I take in the morning as well, so I take fish oil, I take vitamin D, and then these supplements I buy when I can afford them from UP. So this one is Estro Support. Need to take stuff like this as I'm getting older. And then this is Drive, it has tyrosine in it, green tea and vitamin B6. Then Magic Mind sent me a 2-week supply of these drinks. So I've just received an email from PayPal to say that somebody's donated to the channel. It's from Gavin, and it says, a small treat for an amazing person, keep at it, you got this. I wanted to say thank you. It's just come through now as I'm just about to have breakfast. It means a lot, and it doesn't matter the amount, or it's just the thought that really just helps and shows that the videos do help some people, hopefully. Thank you for your support is what I want to say. So first thing I'm going to do is have this Magic Mind drink, and I'm going to have my breakfast.
The biggest driving force of my life, like from, you know, continuing to get rejected on like sports teams and cheerleading and going.
I've just prepped some lunch because I'm going to go to the mall, and one thing that I always do is one thing that I do most of the time is take food with me, especially like on a day like today, because it's the 23rd of April and it's about 48 hours before we get our student finance and I don't really have the money to be spending out on food. So this is my lunch. I'm trying to use what I have left over whilst trying to stick to my macros. So I have chicken thigh, pretty similar to what I had yesterday, cucumber, tomato, some cashews and some hummus, and then I put some olive oil on top and some balsamic glaze, and then have a big bottle of water. Try and drink 3 litres of water every single day. Just trying to think what is the best thing to do today, because I don't want to go all out this weekend, but I also don't want to kind of sit back and relax and do no work. So I thought, what would be a good way to ease myself back in, because we start again on Monday. And from Monday I've made this revision plan, and it basically means that for the next 6 weeks I'm just gonna go all out. So today my thought process was, because it's only 12:30, I'm gonna go to a mall. I need to go to Next because I need to take some dresses back. I was thinking maybe I could do a mock test on Quesmed just to kind of see where my weaknesses are, or I could do a past paper, so one of the ones that the university has provided. So I'm not too sure exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I wanna just get my head back in the game slowly. And we've also been asked to read over a lecture in preparation for Monday, which is all about breast and breast cancer. I will be showing a little bit of that later, so if it's a sensitive topic for you, I'll put the timestamps on the screen as I'm about to show you. So if it's not something that you want to look at, then you can skip to the next part of the vlog. And what I've decided to do as well, so that I'll have something to look back on, and I think it will give you a really good idea if you're a mature student or a non-traditional student just about to start medical school, or if you're just about to start your 3rd year, it'll give you a really good idea of what it's really like to prep for medical school exams. I'm not sure if it's the same for everybody, probably not. Some people are quite chilled about them, some people just do little enough throughout the year, some people get really panicky, some people get stressed, some people don't talk about how much they study. Everybody's so different. I decided to do vlog week by week until we get to the actual day of the exam and OSCEs, so that will be 6 weeks. So just limit it to maybe 20 minutes every week to show you a little bit every day how I'm prepping, how I'm doing, you know, mentally, how I'm managing work as well, you know, still trying to get to the gym and do my spiritual stuff, and obviously being on placement at the same time, how I manage that. So for now, I'm just going to pack my lunch, pack my bag, and then go to the mall and then decide what I want to do. And this is exactly why having a plan like the one that I prepped yesterday is key for me, because otherwise I faff about and I think, right, what should I do today? What would be the best thing to do to prep for this exam? And then I spend half an hour thinking, okay, if I do this, is that high yield or should I do something else? So can you see how today is a perfect example of why having a plan is such an important part of prepping for exams? Because then you literally get up in the morning and you know what you have to cover. You don't even think about it, and it just takes away all of that kind of wasted energy. You can just sit down and start studying.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking.
So I went to Next and returned the clothes that I wanted to return, and then went to a different mall which is just around the corner, and my plan was to stay there, and I literally walked in, got a cup of coffee and came out again because it was just so busy. And that's one thing that I don't think I've talked a lot about on the channel, but it's going to sound again a little bit crazy to some of you, but I'm really sensitive to loud noises and crowds. Like, I find it really difficult to sit in a coffee shop where there's so much going on around me. It's like there's so many different energies, then picking up on so many people's kind of moods and just energies and voices, and it's like, oh, it just becomes so overwhelming that I have to get out. So that's what's just happened now, which is annoying really, because I was looking forward to sitting in a coffee shop, but I just can't go in when it's too busy. I don't know if any of you can relate. Can you relate to that at all? Let me know if you can, because sometimes I feel like, why can't I just shut it all out and put my headphones in? But it's like I just need to get out where there's peace and quiet, and as soon as I go back into an area where it's calm, I feel calm. But if it's overwhelming and if there's so many people, I feel really like stressed and like jittery almost. So I got a really nice coffee, and then I'm gonna drive home and make a plan for the rest of the day. I forgot to tell you about something that I'm preparing to do next week as well. So let me show you my bedroom. Before, in this little corner, as you come into my bedroom, I had this chest of drawers. So I've moved that chest of drawers of the room. So I've got my bed here, and then I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow or Tuesday is buy a little desk to go in this corner with a comfortable chair, because at the moment I'm studying on these chairs and my back is killing, and my bum, to be honest, because it's just so uncomfortable. And I've got Netflix right here. Clara is normally on the sofa saying, come and have a nap, come and have a nap. I just find it quite distracting to be in an area where there's so much that I could do to get distracted. Like, the fridge is just behind me, the TV is there. When I was living with my friend Gareth, when I first came back to the UK, I was doing my GCSEs and Access, I had my desk in my bedroom, and I would just shut myself away, put my headphones in and study for hours. Honestly, I would spend hours and hours in there, come out for food or go to the gym and then get straight back to it. I'm always thinking like, oh, I'll just watch a bit of Netflix, but if it's out of sight, I think I would be able to focus more. So I found a desk at IKEA for like 50 quid and then a chair for about 50 quid. So if I can collect it and build it myself, it's £100, and I think it will be a really good investment to have that in my bedroom for exam season this year, but also for 4th year. And then I could have somewhere to set up, you know, a little area where I can put like, you know, just like aesthetic reminders of why I'm studying. And that's something that I always wanted as a kid. It sounds silly, I know, to most, but I always wanted to have like a proper little study area and my books and just somewhere peaceful, right, where I could just sit down and study. And it never really happened because it was always so noisy and chaotic in the house where I used to live, and it definitely didn't happen when I was living in care. There was no chance of getting a desk or anything. I would love to have the opportunity now to almost recreate that part of the childhood that I never had. And again, I know it sounds silly to most because a desk for most people is like, oh, it's a desk, big deal, but it's those little things that I didn't experience as a kid that I would just like to experience now at 39 years old, you know. So I'm gonna go to IKEA next week. I'll put that in the vlog, have a laugh, because I'm gonna try and build it all myself, so fingers crossed I'll manage to do that. So I'm back at the same mall where I attempted to come yesterday, but it's Sunday morning at 10 to 10 and the mall doesn't open until 10, so I'm hoping that it's just going to be a lot quieter than yesterday. I'll stay here for maybe an hour, 2 hours max. But here's my to-do list for today. The first thing that I need to get done is my Anki flashcards. I seem to have forgotten to do it yesterday. Do that today. That's the first thing on my list. The second thing is I need to review the lecture notes ahead of tomorrow's lecture on breast care and breast cancer. Sundays is the day where my online personal training clients and nutrition clients check in with me usually. I don't really have many clients check in on a Saturday. So as soon as I receive the email, I check their progress and then respond to their email. So that's the third thing that I need to do. Fourth thing that I'd like to do is have a look at the week ahead. So as I mentioned yesterday, today's my last day before going back after Easter. This is the final push now for 3rd year. So 5 weeks back on the wards, and next week we've got lectures and CBL and things that I need to do. So I just want to have a look to see where I need to be, what timings, and then add gym sessions and anything extra that I need to do so that I don't start forgetting to do things or falling behind. And the last thing that I'd like to do if I have time is review one of the past papers that I did about 3 months ago. So without looking at the answers, just trying to do that paper again. So it's 50 questions. It'll probably take me about an hour to go through, and just to see if I've improved on my score and to see also where my weaknesses are.
Treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see trust you when you
uploaded another video which will be out by the time this one gets released, and it's what's in my medical school bag. It's 10 to 5 and I'm gonna leave the vlog here. I'm gonna start a new vlog tomorrow, so the next few hours are gonna be kind of my last opportunity to relax with Clara and not stress about exams or medical school. So please subscribe to the channel, follow me on this journey. It would mean a lot to have some support from you, and follow me as I go through the next 6 weeks of revision and placement, and then we'll be at the end of 3rd year, which is crazy really. If you have any suggestions to make the vlogs more interesting for you, if there is anything that you'd like me to add or talk about, then by all means send me an email, or you can pop a comment in the video link down below. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all doing great, and I'll see you next Sunday, which is when I'll post my next video of next week's vlog. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so that you don't miss any uploads. Take care everybody.
Time to get there.